there guys, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video on my channel. So I am back again after another week off, and this time we're going to be looking at the Spring Forzathon challenge after missing out winter. Hope you guys managed to get it completed anyway, whether you managed to complete it yourself or you went over to another channel like any that I suggested. I'm back for you for spring, so do not worry, I've got you covered for the Forzathon challenge for spring and for the rest of spring tomorrow. So just before we get started, I need to give a quick shout out to Stephen, who you may have seen on the channel either in the comments, on live streams, or you may have seen him elsewhere, because he won the competition stream that I did just before the week's break. His prize, which I don't think I've told anybody else apart from him, is he gets a shout out on all my videos that I do, for his channel and for the work he does for the next few weeks or a month or so. So if you want to check his channel out, it's called Stephen A. I'll leave a link to it in the description, providing that I remember. Hopefully I will. You can go and check him out. He does rivals videos, stunt videos. He doesn't do them as often now, but he's very talented, so I'd highly recommend you go and check them out if you want to do that. And if you want to make him inspire you to do them yourself, you might learn a few tips off him, and I'm sure he'd be happy to see you on his channel as well. I am trying to hunt him down on subscribers and views, and I'm catching him very slowly, but I'll probably never catch him. I don't know really, but we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to give him a quick shout out before we started so that I didn't forget. So the Forzathon challenge this week then is called Mini Adventure, and if you didn't figure it out, you would need to drive a Mini. So there are a few you can pick from. So if I show you my garage now, I'll head over to Mini. I'll show you which car I'm going to be using, but of course there are others you can pick from. So you've got this buggy here, which I have an A-class tune for. You've got the Mini Convertible, which is a bit rubbish, although I haven't really driven it much. You've got the Mini Countryman, which I have a C-class tune for, which is pretty rubbish. You have the Mini All-4 Racing Countryman, like the Dakar one, which I have an S1 tune for. That'll probably be alright, but it's up to you whether you use that. You've got the Mini GP, which I have an A-class tune for. In fact, I don't think that one's my tune. If you want to use the Mr. Bean Mini, I've got this S1 tune here, or I've got one with the Turbo Rally, which is probably an S2. So that one's a really fun car to use. Or you can use 2009 Mini, so I've got this B-class tune here, or if I go back to the top, the one I'm in is my S1 class tune. Now I can't remember whether this is from the last time we had this Forzathon, or I seem to remember there was a Forzathon where you just had to use this car, but either way this is a tune from a previous Forzathon. So it's only 25,000 credits in the auction, so it's a really cheap one. Obviously the Mr. Bean Mini's a bad fine, but if you haven't got that bad fine yet, or you've sold it, I believe it is a couple of 100,000 credits. So this one's a really easy S1 tune to use with the Turbo Rally. I'll show you the share code now. So I think the tune that you'll get when you download it is just as it is, but for some reason I decided to make my suspension a bit weird on my own tune, which isn't the shared version, where I put the front ride height to max and the rear ride height to minimum, so it's like the Ferrari 599XE and it looks like it's about to take off, but that isn't on the tune. I just did that to my own. So the share code then is 179003501, and I'll pop that in the description if you can't remember it, or you can go back and see it. You can use the timestamps to go back to it if you want, and the first timestamp it'll be in the first chapter if you want to have a look at that, so don't forget about timestamps. So that's the car I'll be using, so either pick that car, pick your own, put any tune on it you want, whether it's mine or somebody else's or your own. I highly recommend you do use a tune. Obviously it isn't required, but it'll make it a bit more fun and easy. So once you've done that, you can move on to the next chapter, which is called Bundle of Fun. A compact wheelbase provides go-kart handling that allows your Mini to duke it out with much bigger cars. Win 2 road racing series events to get a feel for it. So they can be sprint or circuit, custom or normal. All you need to do is win 2 of them. So for Forzathons, the difficulty doesn't matter. So if you either struggling or you want to make it easier for yourself, you don't have to do it over and over again, put it on New Racer. If you want to challenge yourself though, just put it on Unbeatable like I do, or any other difficulty you want. Or you can just leave it on whatever difficulty you are normally on. But if you are lowering it, then make sure you pop it back up for the championships if you're doing them as well. But I'll talk more about that in tomorrow's video and remind you of that. I've got a custom blueprint for you then. Here you can actually see how low my Mini is at the back. So if you head over to Ambleside Village Circuit, not the sprint, which is over there, the circuit one, I've got a custom blueprint for you, which is in fact a sprint, but it starts at the Ambleside Village Circuit. So you can do any one you want. And I've also got a blueprint at Asmura, which is a circuit, if you want to use that one as well. But this one's easier and quicker in my opinion. So you can either head over to your pause menu, click blueprint events, and then either search for the share code in this bottom box, or pop my gamer tag in the creator section, filter it to road, or you can just fast travel to or drive to this location that I've told you, enter it, go to solo, then go to custom events, and then either search for the share code, which will pop up in a minute, or again type in my gamer tag, and it'll bring up only one, which is easy quick road sprint, go left. It's literally about 10 seconds or less depending on what car you're in, how fast your acceleration is, etc. So the share code for this is 181310853, so you can type that in to get to it quicker. I'll pop that in the description again in case you forget. So basically all you need to do, drive straight. As soon as you see the AI go off to the right, you turn left, you'll see a finish line, and it's literally there. Just make sure you don't follow the AI. When you get to the junction, turn left, and that is literally it. So then once you've done it, don't click restart, because it'll just keep counting it as one. You've got to come fully back out, and then go back in. Do that twice, and then you'll be on the 3rd chapter. Now the 3rd chapter is called, if I can load it back in, Surprising Agility. Even off-roading is no problem, proven by a history of success in rally and rallycross. Try it for yourself and win 3 dirt series events with your Mini. So again, these can be custom or normal, sprint or circuit, which are trail and scramble in dirt racing. All you need to do is win 3 of them. Once again, difficulty doesn't matter, and once again, I've got a blueprint for you if you want to make it quick and easy for yourself. So this blueprint is actually more or less the same place. It is the Ambleside Scramble. Again, it's a circuit, but the blueprint I'm about to show you is a sprint. So either go in the pause menu and use the same method as I showed you before, either type in the share code or my game tag, and this time filter it to dirt racing, or come over here to Ambleside Scramble, enter, go in solo, go in custom events again, and then either search for the share code, which is 131271469. I'll pop that in the description if you forget it, or you can just click search, pop the share code in there, or again put my game tag in there, and it'll bring this one up, quick dirt Forzathon, go straight. So basically do what it says, just go straight. I'd recommend you stay to the right, get in front of the first AI, and then kind of stay to the right, because the AI go off to the left into a tree, and they can quite easily take you with them if you're not careful, because the AI force is better than anything else. It's like they're driving a tank. So yeah, make sure you don't get wiped out by the AI, just make it to the finish line, and you guarantee the win really, because all the AI just get piled up in this tree. It is quite funny, so feel free to look to the left on your way past and see how the AI are getting on. So once you've done that 3 times without clicking restart and going back in fully each time, then you can move on to the final chapter, which is a lovely way to finish off this Forzathon. And that chapter is called, when we get to it, I've got a great idea. Combine everything you've tried so far and use your Mini to earn 9 stars in total from speed zones. And so whether you get 3 stars every time you do it 3 times, or you get 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, whatever, just make sure you got a total of 9 stars and wait till it pops up. So you can choose any speed zone you want from the map. Of course, they are literally everywhere. Some obviously you probably won't be able to get 3 stars on in this mini. You probably will, but I can't guarantee it for the faster ones, let's say. But if you want to make it easier for yourself, you've got the Royal Terrace here where you can wall ride around there. I've actually seen that street in real life. So yeah, you can wall ride either way around there, and you're probably guaranteed 100 miles an hour, so that in that case you would get 3 stars every time. You don't need to do it three times. You could do this week's seasonal speed zone, but it won't be when you actually do the Forzathon because we're in winter now. I always do it a day early. So this one you need 140 mile an hour, but if you get a decent run up, you can also use the wall on this final corner, and it can somehow weirdly boost your your speed. But if you want to make it as easy as it is possible, go across the forest green speed zone. You only need 90 mile an hour. Just get a short run up, and once you come out the corner, floor it. And usually in a car like this S1, you'll get at least 130 mile an hour if you make it around the corner quite smoothly. So that one's easily the best. You could also use an offer of one if you want, whichever you want, to get the 9 stars. And then that is your Forzathon completed. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. I bet you're glad I'm back. I'm definitely glad to be back. Hopefully I'll be here now for most weeks consistently. I've got nothing really that should be in the way for the next few weeks. So next week we're moving on to series 39, so I'm presuming we'll get the update stream some point this end of this week, beginning of next week, regarding the new mixtape playlist. So I'll keep you updated on that as much as I can. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for the main completion guide of Spring, everything else you need to know about Spring. So it might be a bit later than usual, probably maybe about 8 or 9 PM GMT, but I'll try my best to get it out to you at some point. So do not worry if it is a bit later than usual, because I've got a few things to do during the day. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If you did, I massively appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on so you don't miss any more uploads or streams that we do in the future. I'll probably do a video on Horizon 5 quite soon, seeing as though we're getting nearer to it and we've got quite a lot of information now. And if you've got any other suggestions on what videos I should do before Horizon 5 comes out, let me know in the comments, and I'll try my best to get them out for you. So, see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.